always food, there's talks, there's writing involved. I actually felt like a student myself. You're writing, you're exploring your ideas, and then you're turning to your partner and you're sharing. All of a sudden, what you're writing matters because someone else is going to listen to it.
I also joined the writing project because I'd heard a lot of really great things about it from other educators that I really respect. And they all said, you have to do it, it's going to be life-changing, and it gave me all my best practices.
I think the UCLA writing project was unique in the fact that everyone was appreciated of being an expert, but not so much like a know-it-all, but more so appreciated as being a professional.
As a 4th and 5th grade instructional coach, I noticed that my students were struggling with writing, and I needed strategies to be able to help them, but I also knew that I needed to look at how I am as a writer in order to help them.
I hadn't really thought of myself as a creative writer until very recently, and this program has just opened that door wide open for me, and the realization that I really should be journaling and I should be writing every day, and it's reminded me that that was something that I loved when I was a student, and as teachers we need to be lifelong students, so this really re-energized me as far as considering myself a writer.
I really grew from the knowledge of sharing because people really were heartfelt and were really giving us their own perspectives from their classroom experiences. At times they were painful. I will say that a couple of people cried. I cried with one of my colleagues. I've never done that in a PD. I mean, it feels, like it has a different aspect. It touches upon, who you are as a person. It's really asking you, what do you feel that should be happening as a writer?
I've been teaching for 6 years, and I kind of feel like I needed some more tools in my toolbox and wanted to bounce some ideas off of other teachers. Everyone wants to be here, and there's a real focus on creating a community of respect and of inquiry and of critical dialogue that people really latch onto, and creates this space where you have a lot of healthy, interesting experiences and conversations that really push your thinking.
There was a lot of elementary teachers who presented that I can take with me. A couple of the things that the history teachers did, I will definitely use in my classroom. So that's really exciting to see that teaching is in some sense very universal, and it crosses grade levels, subjects, and learning styles.
I guess seeing a lot of people use technology also empowered me. I liked the way some people were filming students while they were reading their essays and then coming up with their own little short movies in the end, so that even the parents can see what they're doing.
Well, this is really stuff that I can take back into my classroom. So to me, that is why this was such a great PD. I don't even really consider it PD. It's just a bunch of teachers getting together, sharing what they do in their classroom, and there's nothing better than that.
I know that every teacher that presented chose one gem out of a pile of gems. And everything that I was given, high school, kindergarten, it didn't matter. Every single thing was relevant, and I could see every single piece find its place in my classroom.
By the grace of God, I have a wonderful writing group and we're all different levels in our group. But each person was respectful and nurturing and positive and encouraging, and that was really important because writing is so intimate.
Getting to read other people's writing but knowing who they are as people and seeing how they convey their thoughts and their process over weeks, and being able to give feedback and seeing that that's something I'm able to do was a really big deal.
To sit there and you have to write on demand, that is not typical context for me. So to sit in those shoes and feel what my students go through really has made me think about my writing instruction and how I will approach it, how I will structure it, and the amount of time that that I devote to it.
I think when it comes to my planning for the upcoming school year, I'm going to start with my folder from the UCLA writing project. It's given me this push that other professional development can't do.
I'm definitely going to do it again in a couple of years when I start to burn out.